fucking voice is shot. Oh, how you guys doing? A little YDBT Daily. We're going to talk today, subject matter that I was thinking about it because somebody sent me some Dodge forum screenshots of people talking out of their asshole. And I'm like, I wonder if there is an authority figure, someone in the Dodge community, someone in the Camaro community, Corvette. I would say there are because generally there are people that know what they're doing with Corvettes, and it's. I'm not gonna say it's fuckboy free. Look, trust me, Corvette is full of fuckboys, but I think there's got to be sources of knowledge when it comes to Corvette stuff. But the screenshots that I got sent from the Dodge forums were astronomically stupid. Not even a forum, it was a Facebook group. So, Coyote, right? I would never say I'm an authority figure, but at least I come at you with no angle, right? I'm not selling you anything. Sure, you could say I'm selling you on Lund Racing Tuning, but honestly, you just look at every list you could think of, every metric, look it up independently. Hey, no, look it up independently. Then you'd understand, that I'm not talking out of my ass when it comes to, repping Lund Racing. But when it comes to other forums, I don't know where people are getting their information. We all know Mustang 6G is AIDS, like absolute, full-blown 1982 AIDS. And the information on there generally, sure, you have a couple of people that know what they're talking about. They want to get on there. But generally, that forum is full of absolute dog shit because it's full of kids. So, like SVT Performance mentioned, by the way, I met the guy, good guy. I met him at ModNats, good people. He runs a forum called svtperformance.com, and in that forum, it was mostly Cobra GT500 centric. Lot of pretentious Cobra fucks out there with their barbed wire tattoos and tap out shirts. You're not making anybody tap out, Cobra guy, okay? You're not tough because you wear a tap out shirt. Anyway, and pretentious rich guys that have a GT500 and they tout the money they spent, and they put loaves of bread on each fucking car where it's from, and it's like the gayest shit. But at least they were growing and they were trying to get you some information. But before this, if you were into Fox bodies, what did you have before Facebook, before Instagram, before YouTube? You had S197. I think what was it called? Stangnet. Corral.net. Remember Corral.net? Remember Stangnet? Like every morning you would wake up and you'd go to Corral.net, Stangnet, SCTperformance.com if you really want to waste your time, because it's such a big forum and you're just going to be there for hours looking up whatever, used parts, this and that. And then for a little while, they instituted a rule, which I thought was really stupid, verifying things. And I know they were trying to keep the trolls out, but who cares? Let them all in. But then the forum becomes garbage. I don't know. I was just turned off to SVT Performance once they had like a 15-step verification process to post. And then they had rules. And then they enforced the rules. And I was like, oh, I'm out of here. So I'm going to show you an example. But before I do that, let's say hi to the people that are on. Get the likes up, motherfuckers. There's only 60 likes and there's 150 people on. All I ask for you guys is to hit the like button. If the like button doesn't go on, I don't do shows because there's no reason to do so. So we got Leonard Heiza, David Parks, Matt 2011 GT, the first three guys that commented today. Junior Garza says hello from Texas. JD Swag, one of the mods. Robo Style, Blake Bailey, Matt 2011, already got Matt 2011 GT. Abel S550, Budget Racing, Clip Clop the Horse, The Hot Sauce, GT 350, Z-Dung, Dustin Engler, T-Top GT. We got Racer S197. We got SVT Performance, the guy I was talking about. Anthony Fresh Pasteles, Dixon Herize, Big K, High Roller, YouTube crew up in the house, the other mod, the OG mod. Cuban Coyote in the house, Matt A, Rich 50, Chase, Scott N, Isaiah Davilas, Chrome Taint. Great name, Chrome Taint. I love that. I love Chrome Taint. Gonzo the Great, Coca-Cola with a shit-ass Gen 3 Roush blower. I could feel the heat from here. Okay, let's talk. MK Johnson, 508 Josh, Maniac S550, Franklin Smith, Ali Al Hosani. So I got sent something on Instagram the other day, and this is what made me think about forums. So somebody asked a question about ethanol. Someone asked, is ethanol okay to run on my vehicle? Guys, you understand, for a very long time, there has been ethanol in pump gas. Pump gas is 10% ethanol. So the manufacturers take that into account. The fuel pumps, the fuel lines, the O-rings, fuel injectors, they are all E85 or ethanol compatible because since a very long time, probably more than fucking 15 years, there has been 10% ethanol. 10% ethanol in most pump gas. So let's get after it. This is a good time. It got sent to me and I thought it was pretty funny. So some guy goes, if you're out of warranty, hey, do what you. Some guy asked, can I put ethanol in my fucking Charger? He goes, oh, seals, gaskets, warranty issues. If you're out of warranty, hey, do what you want. It's your shit. You do you, but nothing in my manual for the 19 Classic Tradesman says I can run E85. Oh my fucking God. And not for nothing, a drag racer is using way better tuning than a $20 online tune. I mean, any tune that only costs $20, you can wipe your ass with. I'm okay with him saying that. No offense, but I've been around long enough to know that much. I certainly wouldn't trust it with a $40,000 vehicle. Roger Robertson, ethanol. I suspect with this name, he sounds like a Southern boy. Ethanol's really bad for the fuel lines. It burns hotter than gas. It burns hotter than gas. It burns hotter than gas, so it'll burn up your internal parts. I haul for a living, and it damages the crap out of our seals and hoses alone. Two guys did a test in a car that was rated for E85. They drove from San Francisco to Sacramento. Once on E85 and once on E85 and once on regular unleaded. They even purged the fuel lines to make sure they were using the fuel of that type. Or a pure fuel of that type. What they found was the savings from E85 being cheaper did not line up with practical use. To be clear, it was cheaper to use in their vehicle than an E85. Who in the fuck uses E85 for practicality? It's for the performance. Like I would never put it in my truck and go, oh, this is going to be super efficient. I'm going to go, the thing's going to rip ass for half or 30% less of the amount of time. I wouldn't unless your vehicle's made for it. It will mess up your truck or mess your truck up. Ryan Hansen, E85 has ethanol. Oh, really? E85 has ethanol. Fuck, I had no idea. Your fuel system isn't designed for the negatives of 85% plus ethanol. Change injectors, fuel lines, fuel pump, and probably more, and you can run ethanol. Components in the fuel systems, especially aluminum components in the fittings, lines, etc. My brother-in-law, my brother-in-law had an 09 and the fuel pump went out. It was a special fuel pump and we looked in deeper and found the entire fuel system uses its own components. The fuel pump was like twice the price. I don't know what the fuck he said. Paul Jacobson, if it's not at least 75 cents less than regular gas, it's not worth it anyway. It's going to cut your miles per gallon substantially. Wow. But no one takes the cake better than Mr. Rob Luster, Ram 1500. This is a Dodge forum. This is totally making me second guess getting into a Dodge because I'd love to leave Coyote because it's full of gay guys, but Dodge seems to be full of Section 8 dumb motherfuckers or live next to a meth house motherfuckers. Listen to this paragraph. Can anyone really explain why E85 gas is bad for a 5.7 Hemi? I'm sure you're aware most drag and racing cars use a Hemi engine. The only difference is exhaust and a little tune you can purchase online for like $20 and use your own laptop to tune. You do realize there's more power than just what you think with these. I got two people on YouTube that know 35 plus years knowledge of these things. I want to hear from you guys. Can I run E85 in a 17 Ram? So far, I haven't been convinced why I can't. It's cleaner than all other gasoline and keep engine running new. So he literally thinks, like, I guarantee he goes out in his truck and goes, the engine in my truck is the same one John Force uses in his drag car. So I always wondered, where do you guys get credible credible advice. Maybe your tuner, right? But look, I can name names, but I'm not, because that would literally put me in a bind. But I can name names, and when I tell you I trust nobody, I trust nobody, right? I trust the people. I trust what we see with our eyes. Lund Racing, Jake, like Jake, I trust. Everyone at Lund Racing, I trust, because we see it every day. And then engine builders, people that build these cars. Look, I know standalone guys that you guys think are Billy Badass guys, that you guys go, that guy is a badass, doesn't know a goddamn thing about Coyote stuff. And they will swear up and down because their standalone car is a 7-second badass car that immediately puts them in higher standing than someone like myself, who doesn't have a Billy Badass 7-second car, but I can fucking lap the motherfucker when it comes to knowledge of modern Coyote tuning and basics. So people go, well, that guy has a 7-second standalone car. What's the big deal about tuning a JLT 10R80 car? Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say JLT. I should say S&B. Look it up. So, this guy has an S&B intake and 10R80. I'm going to take it to him. Why? Because he has a standalone Holley-equipped Fox body with a 400 cubic inch Ford motor, pro-charged. What the fuck does that have to do with a Coyote and an S&B intake? Well, I mean, it must be more simple. So I don't know where you guys get or who you trust. People at Havoc right here local to me, they know their shit. Lund Racing knows their shit. Jake knows their shit. I know, boy, that's really where it ends with me. I'll be honest with you. That's really where it kind of ends, right? Because I've seen too much shit to make me trust anything anyone says. And there are industry people that you guys follow, and every time they post something, you guys fucking cup their balls and go, yeah, you're so awesome for telling us stuff. And I'm just like, oh my God, I just want to shoot myself. So where do you guys get your basic knowledge of Mustang stuff? Now, admittedly, I'm only semi-knowledgeable in Coyote stuff. 3-valve, 2-valve, stuff like that, I didn't even pay attention to, simply because I knew the processing power wasn't there. Like, I knew anyone that wanted to go fast with a 2-valve, 3-valve, or Cobra had a standalone in it. And I really didn't want to do that. And 9 times out of 10, they had to have a built motor, built everything, and then the car rolled out. Where when Coyote came in, shit, you can use everything that's pretty stock in the car, especially with Gen 2, and run well into the 8s. And I'm just like, that's what I give a fuck about, because the computer, the technology has come along in such a way that I don't have to get an aftermarket processor. I don't have to get an aftermarket control system. I can just use everything that's basically stock, beef it up, go out there and have some fun, and not really get after it too much. Not really have to spend too much money on aftermarket sub. This new generation, says John DiNapoli, they want speed and fuel mileage. Clown shoes. I told you before, Alex, says Beefcake Racing, Dodge guys, you have to spend 5 times the amount of time on the phone with at least. So Dodge guys are super retarded, right? Because based on those small paragraphs that I read, I need to join a lot of Dodge forums and just lurk. Like, literally just lurk and see what the deal is. Greg M says, hello, room. 5-way Josh. This is the new generation. I already got that. There's a guy at work who still insists that E85 means 85% gasoline. Alex, my E85 tested 70%. Every time I hear that, I cringe. I go, what did you just say? Your E85 tests at 70%? I hear that all the time. Methanol does wreak havoc on aluminum, not ethanol. Look up the White Death, common known as Junior Dragster engines. Got it. Anthony says, you haven't heard? Cleet uses a Hemi. Hot Sauce says, the shop and tuner. The shop and tuner is usually your go-to, because the shops see so many things on the mechanical side of things, and then the tuner relays information to them based on the software and programming side of things, and everyone is pretty well versed. So that is a very good place to get your knowledge. Shops and tuners, because anyone else really generally doesn't know as much. So Mendoza Coyote says, I trust John Sr. You're my credible advice now, says Rich 50. Damn, they dumb beefcake. If you want to blow it up, go for it. Yeah, 661 Racing. So I'm tuning via Lund, obviously, a Gen 3 Coyote swap notch for 661 Racing in Homer's Garage. Shout out to Homer's Garage over on the West Coast. Yes, I tuned that car. In case all the fucking Cali tuners that suck tunes off want to know, I tuned that car and I never seen the motherfucker. I just remote. So the car already ran a badass number on pump gas, like a very badass number. So we switched it over E85 and they went down from a 10-pound pulley to a 15-pound pulley. And I'm like, okay, cool, sick. So they went watt, made good power. And they're like, hey, should we put a 3.0 pulley on it? I go, why? Why? You got a stock motor. Why tempt fate? Imagine you tickled a lion and he just kind of went like this and ignored you. Why would you want to tickle him again and have him take a swipe at you and cut you in half? Like, I really don't want to tempt fate. If you're going to get after it at the track. But I said, if you want to blow it up, sure. And I think they went, okay, that's enough of that bullshit. 5.7 Hemi equals billet, 500 cubic inch NHRA, top fuel Hemi. Get customers call time and say, read online. My answer is any idiot with a keyboard can type. Exactly. I read online that this guy said that my E85 test E70 and that my special fuel pump that my buddy's grandma bought isn't the right one. So I need can I get a $20 tune that I can tune myself? Oh, that's great. I trust the higher ups at Ford, says Jared Wells. That's the other thing. I wonder if the higher ups at Ford are playing sleight of hand with everyone else in the industry. You know, like they go, here's this. And then in the background, they're going, gotcha, bitch. Like they're doing something else. Because the rumor is that all of the manufacturers, Dodge, Ford, Chevy, and everyone else in the U.S., agreed to go full electric after a while, knowing that the infrastructure isn't there. And I went, well, that's fucking stupid because that directly affects their bottom line. Imagine you've made your whole fleet. Oh, you want the Cobra, little guy? Little man wants to play with the Cobra, so I'm just going to give him the Cobra. Let him chew it up. So if all of your cars are on the lot and not selling because the infrastructure isn't there to support electric vehicles, why would you agree to go full electric by 2025 or whatever the fuck it is? I just thought it was a sleight of hand move. They're telling you something, but they're doing something else in the background. You have to trust the guys who are hands-on. Harbor Freight sells 6.5 horsepower Hemi engines. I have them on my mini bikes. But that dude in blue told me that's the other thing. A YouTuber one time told me with a straight fucking face, a very popular known YouTuber, Mustang YouTuber. Well, I am what did he say? I'm like the voice of the Mustang industry online. And I laughed in his face. I said, you're a fucking clown. No one listens to you and thinks you're credible. Everyone watches you blow shit up. And apparently that's a good combination to actually get views. But he goes, as the voice of the Mustang industry, I lost it. I thought it was hilarious. I didn't get mad because I'm not like, I'm the voice. No, I said, oh, okay, if that's what you think of yourself, have at it. Bring Your Wood Screw says, as an E85 distributor, it's unbelievable how much misinformation and ignorance surrounds the ethanol-based fuels. Forged fuels for the motherfucking win. That's what he said. Mustang Lifestyle, I already got that. You have to trust the guys. SMB filters. No. SMB cold airs. You'll see. I gather info from different sources, says Rican 50, and make conclusions after that. But if that doesn't get me anywhere, I ask Tio Alejandro. Good morning, shops in good morning. Good Mustang shops in Central Florida. So there's one shop that reached out to us at Mod Nationals, and their affiliation with a shop that I know makes me kind of hesitant to shout them out. You know what I mean? I'm going to make sure that once they're on the up and up and that they're not playing both sides, because I'm sorry, if you're playing both sides, go fuck yourself like forever. On my end of things, not from Lund, me. If I see you playing both sides, go fuck yourself. So, Central Florida, you could take your car to VMP, but I don't know if they're working on cars in that capacity, depending on what you want to do. I know Joe Goodenough is a killer tech, so is Mike Whedon. And there's a new tech they got over there, so that's technically Central Florida, the VMP. But in terms of general Mustang shops, honestly, no, I don't know anybody. I bet my left nut that it was Mustang Lifestyle. No, it was not Mustang Lifestyle. It's Jared Wells. Would that be Dick Ryder? No, it was not. Hey, Alex, I think you saw my DM on the upcoming Hellcat jailbreak. What are your thoughts on it? I didn't see your email. DM? You DM'd me? Oh, I don't even know what a jailbreak is. Okay, I guess we got to get into this because we're talking Dodge stuff. So, what am I supposed to be looking for? Dodge jailbreak. I'm gonna get well versed on it because it sounds. The Dodge Hellcat Red Eye jailbreak models on so it's just so they put two fucking more fender flares on it. So they put two fucking fender flares on it. Like, what they do different? Blah blah blah. Never lift. Blah blah blah. Dodge has unveiled the Never Lift campaign. Jailbreak models. Wide body vehicle. Jailbreak offers of every Hellcat can even more power. Blah blah blah. 6.2. Blah blah blah. 800 horsepower. Okay, cool. So more powerful Hellcat. Great. What the fuck do you want me to talk about? Like, what do you want me to talk about? Like, a wider body Hellcat with better tuning, it makes more power. I mean, what do you want me to talk about? I mean, we all know that Dodge is the last auto manufacturer in the U.S. that has any balls left. Everyone else is out there putting trying to shove Mavericks in your face. Fuck all that. The auto manufacturers will then force the government, aka us, to pay for upgrading the whole country, but only a quarter of those funds will be used properly. You're not wrong. I can't believe Justice Six said he's the Mustang voice. He didn't say that. It wasn't Justice. That's funny. If I remember correctly, the GT Mach-E's haven't even started production yet. My info may be outdated. What are you talking about? I've seen like 10 Mach-E GTs everywhere. See, unfortunately, a lot of people live in places that don't matter. No offense. Kansas. Missouri, anywhere that isn't the coast, kind of doesn't matter. No offense. It's just the fucking truth. If you look at how the area is populated or how the U.S. is populated, most people are in the coast. Sorry. So I've seen a ton of Mach-E GTs. I see Teslas every day. I see brand new Taycans, whatever. If it's new, and I'm in an area where there's a shitload of money and people want to be the first of everything. If it's new, people have it. So yeah, there's a bunch of Mach-E GTs. Now, did you guys hear that the Mach-E GT only gives you full power for 5 seconds? So some guy did a comparison test between the Model Y and the Mach-E GT Performance Edition, and the Mach-E GT Performance Edition vastly outperformed the Model Y, except for that part where it doesn't give you full power after 5 seconds. Like, I'm just like dumbfounded by this bullshit. I thought it was performance. I thought it was GT. You're gonna cut power off after 5 seconds? God damn it. I just can't anymore. I just can't. Why? I just can't with these fucking people, man. Go to Florida, believe they explain jailbreak right away. I don't care. It's just it's just 10 more horsepower and very customizable from Dodge, I think, anyways. That's all. So basically paint, fender flares, badges, pink pink spoiler protectors, and a better filter. 10 horsepower. Congrats. I live in the ass crack of Nevada, and I've seen like 25 Mach-E's. I went to a Bucks game. Lambo trucks everywhere. It's just a 6 channel is dead. Is it dead? I haven't seen much coming out of there. I don't know. Is he okay? I don't subscribe to It's Just a 6. I don't subscribe to anybody. I subscribe to dark. What is it? Dark. Let me see. It's Just a 6. I'll see. I bet you release a bunch of videos. You just don't hear about him. He's got 1.13 million subscribers. No, I don't want it to play. Let me see. When's the last time he updated something? Videos. When was the last time he uploaded? 10 days ago. Uh-oh, buddy. Something's wrong. Something's wrong if he only updated something 10 days ago. Hey, we might have to put out a, what do you call it? An Amber Alert. We might have to do an Amber Alert for It's Just a 6 to make sure he's okay. Because the last video he uploaded was 10 days ago. And it was a Tesla he bought. I don't know. I hope he's okay. I hope he's restructuring and hopefully everything's good over there because it's not easy to maintain a channel that big. It can consume you. Eventually, you just lose yourself in it and you hate your fucking life. Trust me. I was going down that road before I did the live streams. You're going to have to buy full power for the Mach-E GT future update. Exactly. I beat not to mean people. He knows what GT stands for. What the fuck he just said. Oh, what the fuck he just said. He goes, I beat not to mean people even knows what GT stands for. Wow, Steven Dunzik. Jesus. I mean, come on. Dark skies and dark docks for the win. Exactly. Get advice from guys with a time slip. There you go. Second shift racing, nailed it. Go to the track. Go to the track. Every single time you want to know what a combo runs, go to the track, or what a combo can run, or someone with knowledge. Generally, guys will talk to you at the track. Oh, guys, how many Mustang owners don't want to talk to you about their fucking combo? First of all, they tell their whole life story as to how they got started in Mustangs, and you just go, no, I just want to know your rear gear ratio. Well, back in high school, I had a Mustang with 373s, and then, no, I just want to know your gear ratio in your car right now. Well, I got to tell you the whole story. If not, it's not going to make any sense. And like, no, dickhead, I just want to know what rear gear you got in the car. Like a guy came up to me at the track, and he goes, how's your car launching so hard? It's an auto. I go, I have a two-step in the car. He goes, bullshit. And I almost grabbed him. And I said, come over here. What the fuck is this? And it said MSD two-step. And he's like, he thought two-steps were only to make the car pop, bang, and bing, and boom. He didn't think two-steps were to keep the RPM at a predetermined selected slot via the two-step module. He literally thought a two-step makes the car go bing, bang, boom, bing, bow, ping, bang, bing, bing. And I'm like, that's what a two-step does. And I had to re-educate him that day. So if you really want knowledge, go to a track. If you see a Cobra rolling out, you go, I know you're tuned by Holly. If you see a Cobra start right, I'm like, who is your tuner? You know? So the track is definitely the best place to get most of your knowledge for certain platforms. Alfredo Diaz says, last I saw is just a 6 is in the middle of a big move to a new spot. Okay, hopefully he's getting set up that way. He's moving. Yeah, you can doesn't he make videos shitting on a toilet in between, him crashing shit? I mean, I don't know. Put something out there. You should check out Andrew Lavender. No. What? Why would I check out a 2-valve? You fucking crazy? Check out Andrew Lavender's 2-valve? Why don't I just look up the fastest Ford flathead? And why don't I... Oh, fuck. He wants me to check out a 2-valve. This motherfucker. I haven't seen a GT yet that sounds like my Subaru. Hey, Alex, is this why is my alcohol learn signal on my N-Gauge stays 0, but it has 77%? Did you read your instructions, 4.6, Chris? 4.6, Chris. Did you read your instructions? Gordon Kemmerling says, I don't know. When I started racing, I asked people who did the minor questions, and you could just tell that did not thing their crap didn't stink. I don't know. When I started racing, I asked people who did decent minor questions, and you could just tell they did not thing their crap didn't stink. I was over my brother's house yesterday and had a Cletus video running on his TV. Cletus was running cars into 55-gallon water drums, tearing shit up. Seems like Cletus is well on his way to the Grand Canyon jump. I'm telling you guys, just like I can foretell the future, he has to become Super Dave. Like, he has to become Super Dave. Racing is not his thing, right? We've all seen, and God bless him, he has a great channel. Racing is not his thing. He might be good on the tree, but the race program is not where it should be. When you see Joel Steele, right? Joel Steele go out there and run 6s with minimal people. Like, he thrashed on the car and ran like many 6-second passes during Mod Nats. That race program is on fucking point. Homeboy can't keep a transmission in his car. Homeboy likes to put 40 pounds of boost in his shit because, guys, you know there's fail-safes on the standalones for like overboosting, right? Like, there's like a bunch of fail-safes that whether it be timing, there's a bunch of fail-safes on standalone computers if you have a overboost condition. Like, I'm blown away. I'm blown away. So he definitely has to become Super Dave. And apparently Super Dave, because Cletus is tall, he should get into like dunking or something. Let me see. There's a Super Dave slam dunk. Let me see if this is any good. It's got 280,000 views. So we'll see what the slam dunk is like. Let me see. Yeah. So okay. So they basically set up Super Dave to slam dunk a basketball really quickly. So they have a catapult, like an air pop.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. All right, we're stopping. No, we're not.
Oh my God. Oh, Super Dave. Be careful, Super Dave. Oh, man. Unbelievable. Might get shit on this for this, but would you prefer turbos, Paxton, or PD blower for a 1,000 horsepower street car? Gen 2 stick car, cams NA, currently with all the bolts, very good, bolted on, and doesn't mind turbo maintenance. No, look. If you want a power number, like a power number, turbos are the way to go. You can make 1,000 horsepower on certain kits at 20 PSI, whereas with a blower, you'll need like closer to 30 PSI, depending on valve springs, depending on, look, it takes more power to make more power with blowers. You're yanking on the blower, that is killing the power output, total power output of the engine. So you can make easier horsepower. Now, whether it's usable or not, that's 100% up to debate, right? Like, some people can make a 1,000 horsepower turbo car work on the street, stick car, and that is a fun car. But guys, drive or find a buddy of yours that has an 800 horsepower anything car, an 800 horsepower anything car. Drive it, and after you shit your pants, you're probably gonna second guess wanting 1,000 horsepower, unless you're okay putting a 315 tire in an S550 and having at it with a turbo car. Look, I can handle 1,000 horsepower stick car. Would I live at 1,000? No, I probably live at about high sevens. That's a really fun number on the street. They will buy Chevy like most YouTube fakes. Hooked on phonics worked for me. Now, if he's on running sevens on a 2-valve, imagine what he can do on a 4-valve. Oh, shut up, Admiral Peck. Please be quiet. Please be quiet. Shut up. That does not. That is the dumbest fucking. Please don't tell me you're being serious. If he goes sevens on a 2-valve, imagine what he can do on a 4-valve. They will buy Chevy like most YouTube fakes. White guys can't jump. Cletus is building a base to market his apparel and cologne. Wow. Wait, can you say shit? I thought YouTube censored that. No, you can say shit. You can say whatever. Who said white guys can't jump? What up, Alex? Just dropping by. Angel Puerto Rico. How you doing, sir? Joey G says, I watched Super Dave religiously in the early 90s. I love it. Oh, yeah, I watched Super Dave all the time with my dad. Good times. I think Cletus has a bad sensor when it overboosted. Okay, but there's protections for that. I mean, look, I'm not going to get way into the weeds on this, but there are a bunch of things that can protect certain things, right? Like, have you ever heard of any, like overboost, right? Have you ever heard like a T1 car have an overboost condition? Have you ever heard of an underground racing car have like an overboost condition and grenade their Proline motor? No. No. Their operation has great funding. There is no excuse. There is money there. So you need to hire people that are racers. Like legit. Like when you see the guys from TSS, right? Daniel and his brother, they don't talk to nobody. They don't do nothing. They just go up there with their client, check out the track, run the car, tune it, then they go back. They don't talk. They don't chit chat. They're just serious. I'm like, that's what is needed at a certain point. If you want to get serious about racing, someone managing everything of the vehicle, and all you have to do is drive. I'm a simple man, says Tyler Olson. All I want is a Century on my 2020 PP1 and not break shit. If it makes 800, I'd be super happy. That's a lot. Those were great days, says Joey G. Coca-Cola 750 horsepower like my Roush is perfect. I need new tires, just E85 tune. Can't imagine trying to get 1,000 to stick. Second Shift Racing said, you just fucking farted. That is disgusting. Oh, and he's under the desk. Oh, dude. Oh, my God. Buddy and I are having a disagreement. Can an S197 go H with a stick shift Whipple on a stock Gen 2 motor that's properly set up? Of course. Kidding me? A S197 with a Gen 2 motor and a Gen 5 Whipple? Abso-freaking-lutely. Is he saying no? Of course you can. Ford More Performance says, something else, whatever. Steven Contreras says Andrew Lavender is a badass. Don't know who that is. Tony's in jail tonight. No, Tony's chill. Tony's chilling. Tony's walking around. He's good. Not tuned by you guys, so I don't have instructions for alcohol learned. Oh, then there you go. If you were tuned by us, you'd have instructions. There you go. Love you, but look, yeah, I love you, but there's a reason we send these huge paragraphs after we send a tune. And 9 times out of 10, people don't read that paragraph. And then when I get a log back, I'm like, oh, you didn't read the fucking paragraph at all, huh? You didn't even load the right configuration file. And they're like, what do I have to do? I go back, read it again. And then they go, oh, fuck, I'm so sorry. I was just so excited to get the tune in the car. Tony farts, exactly. Every time Alex goes live, Tony farts. No, Tony farts all the time. Like, the motherfucker farts nonstop. How's the Cobra doing? How's it doing? Never mind, Tony is free. He is free. I do mean 800 on the 85. 800, plenty on a basic Century. Sorry, I also think 700 on pump gas is asking for trouble. Yeah, look, I tell people all the time, 650 tops on pump gas. If your car just happens to make more, cool, lower boost. Sorry, just because it can make 700 on pump gas doesn't mean it should. The latest, GT350s are that anomaly because it's a 5.2, really nice, efficient cylinder head and cam design. They can make 700 on pump gas boosted, and I'm not really that concerned. But a Coyote, I'm a little on the concerned side because, hey, it can be happy as fuck, and then one day it just blows up. It's crazy how it works. What's the difference between HP RTD and HP RTD Plus? One has a plus sign at the end of it. I think the plus allows you to access the application, the Bluetooth enabled Android and OS, whatever shit, iPhone application, whereas the regular RTD does not. I'm hoping to get the car under 3,000 pounds with me in it, 2,900 with me a dream. Like, why is he telling me these things? Like, why is Admiral Peck 7 constantly telling me shit that no one asked? Like, he's just talking for the sake of talking, and no one is asking him anything. And he's just like, well, I hope to, and no one, dude, what are you doing? You're typing all over the place. You psycho? You're type. You fucked up my screen, bro. Bro, get out of here. So I'm shooting for over. Okay, Admiral, you're just spamming. You're just fucking spamming. So calm the fuck down. No one gives a fuck about your shit. Calm the fuck down because all you're doing is fucking spamming about you. No one cares about you. This is about me. This show's about me. Motherfucker, and then I went to have a bite, and then I had a Coca-Cola after I ate some steak, and then the rice I had was good. Shut the fuck up, bro. God damn. Damn is all about him. Bro, fuck me. There are stock Gen 2s holding 1,000 horsepower. Yeah, you can go 8s in a S197 with a Gen 2 motor and a Gen 5 Whipple. Stick. No problem. No problem. Oh my God. Tony answers the question. Come on. Now he retracted all his comments. No, I retracted his comments. I said, get the fuck out of here, bro. Motherfucker spamming like a motherfucker all day. Opinion on the new MK5 Supra? It's fine. Matt 760. Yeah, I haven't seen him forever since he switched tuners. Hopefully he's doing well. I don't have any ill will against the dude. Hopefully he's happy with someone else tuning him. Tony wants to know where the 1080p monitor is. Do you still enjoy YouTube? I enjoy doing this. The hard part doing this is doing it after work. That's a very difficult thing to do because you're just tired. But I enjoy interacting with you guys and trying to, give you any information that I do happen to have. If things happen in the tuning queue that you guys need to know about, or just generally, I think I enjoy doing it. If I didn't have a full-time job, I'd probably do more of the YouTube stuff, like a lot of videos, a lot of stuff. But that's what I call Plan B. Like if the EPA has their way and gets rid of tuning, Plan B is going to be in full effect. But as long as Lund Racing's still around, I'm going to work for them. Tony is trying to hit the diarrhea sound clip. Ethanol here tests as low as 75 in the winter. Is that safe on a boosted car? So honestly, YouTube crew up and free speech. If I were you, if it tests consistently at 70-something%, it's probably a good idea to get a tune for that. And it's very good practice to test your ethanol before you fill up if you suspect it's lower than 80%. Oh, better that you did. Okay, he's gonna go. He's gonna go to his car to cry. Look, he's just spamming. He's just fucking spamming, and you can't just constantly spam on this shit because no one knows who the fuck you are. Number one, and you're not adding anything to the chat except you. Relax. People do not learn nothing. Stop asking dumb questions. That they will eat you alive here for asking dumb questions, says HP Revolution. He's gonna look at his 4R70 P1 2 valve and think about what a piece of trash it is. I hope to get it down to 2,900 pounds because this guy went sevens. Types again. Right now weighs 3,300 pounds. Types again. I'm gonna put 373s in it. No one even asked you. You're just saying shit, bro. Relax. There will be cold air intakes for electric cars, but they'll be ducted to the batteries to keep them cool. And the filter will be only to keep out the debris. That's interesting. That's an interesting thing. Cold air intakes for the batteries. PK Auto Design in the house says, hey, Mr. Alex, how you doing, sir? How you doing? I see that you are a busy man over there. Good for you. A lot of builds going on over there, and I see him on Instagram all the time, and I'm just like, dude, this guy's busy, and I like to see busy shops out there getting after it. Savage50 says, oh, hold on. Yes, Savage50 says, I got an 18 Coyote 10R80, RPG sleeve long block. Good for you. Helium twin turbo, 6466s, E85, E90, 1700 cc injectors. What numbers do you seen on Helium sleeper kits? Over 1200, right? I mean, it's all about the back pressure, honestly. If you have good springs and the back pressure is favorable, then you don't really see much restriction. A lot of people, just to lessen the back pressure, they just bullhorn the motherfucker and go out right out the hood. I think that's gay as fuck, but I understand why they do it. But if you have a full exhaust, you're going to have back pressure issues. But I've seen Hellion equipped cars make well into the 1200 range on the dyno, and I've seen them run well into the 8s in the quarter mile without much of an issue. The problem is the 10R80. The 10R80 is wildly inconsistent. If you guys went to ModNats, 10R80 cars weren't loving the shift regardless of who was tuning them. When you hit a certain power level, that 10R80 just goes fuck you. And right now, we're so early in the game that 6R80 is still King Daddy. 6R80 will still go 1, 2, 3, 4. 10R80, depending on what it feels like doing that day, will go 1, 2, 3 neutral, fuck you, 5, 10 neutral. And you're like, that's just how it is. Conti says, Alex, if I live somewhere where I can sometimes get 85 and sometimes get as low as 70, what should I tune my car for to account for all of them? Honestly, if you have an NA car, a flex tune. Or you go out there and start mixing your own fuel blend so that it is a consistent amount. Your tuner cannot send you a E70, E75, E76, E77, E80, E85, E90, E55 tune. They can, but you better fucking pay because the amount of data logging for all that shit, and then you're never going to go all the way empty and then fill back up with a new percentage fuel. So try to keep it in the 80 range. Whether you have to supplement it to bring the ethanol content up with another substance, go ahead and do that. But try to make your tuner's life easy. Second Shift Race says, my buddy thinks a Gen 2 can't handle 850 to 900 stock. Well, says if it was that easy, everybody would be running 8s. By the number of racers doing is too small. So Second Shift Racing, there are a ton of 8-second stock motor Gen 2 cars. Maybe this guy doesn't get out of his house much, but there are a shitload. There are a shitload of 8-second Gen 2 stock motor cars. A shitload. I had a Hellion sleeper kit S550 come in, picked up 125 horsepower from dropping the exhaust. Exactly. Just an LS guy here watching and listening. What's up, brother? How you doing, Mr. Fast Hippo ZL1? 10 or 80 are definitely weird shifts. Exactly. We're like 3 years away from the aftermarket being super badass. Whereas right now, 6R80 is super badass. We have one going 730s. It's dumb and consistent, like 40s, 30s, 50s. We live in that range. We don't go, 9.0, then we do a glory pass. And then, no, we have our shit where it's pretty damn consistent. And Jake from Power by the Hour has just been on his game. That's when you guys ask me about Billy Badass trans stuff, I only think of Jake from Power by the Hour first. And, all the other shops that are good, people like an HPJ, Manuel, Finish Line, they're good, but they're not Jake. I'm just saying. Hey, Alex, you tuned my Gen 2 ESS 6R80 car, and you had me data log to 7,500 RPM. Curious as to what the red line is normally set to. Depends. So I don't want you to hit a rev limiter. You know what I mean? Like my goal is to keep your engine safe. And I would rather slightly over rev your car than to smack a limiter. So I set it to about 7850, right? 7850 seems to be good. On manual cars, I set it slightly higher because you guys can't drive, and on a shift, it'll flare, tap the limiter. So I set it like maybe 8,000, depending if it's a manual NA car. Boosted, I keep everything at about 7850. Can you start over, please? I don't want to rewind, says damn it, Bobby. 4.6 Chris says, yo, Alex, if I send you a super chat, will you tell me how to get alcohol learn to work? No, I do not tune your car. You understand? I do not tune your car. So I don't know how the tune is configured. He's dying to play with it. I don't know how your tune is configured. I have no idea how your tune is configured. So I can't sit there and go, oh yeah, just go over here and touch this. If your tuner has different thresholds than what I'm used to, if you don't just drive it on the highway for a long amount of time under steady state and it still doesn't set, then it's simple. Do a cam reset or flash the tune again and it'll re-kick the learning process, and it might lock if you have steady state driving happen like on the highway for a long time. Bonlobert says, I'm selling a 26 spline LPX HD twin disc with light and flywheel, new in box, 1,000 ship. Wait a minute. Okay, I'll talk to you offline about that. But Bondo Bird is selling an LPX HD twin disc, light and flywheel, new in box, 1,000 ship. That's like a $200 something discount. So that's a good deal. That's a really good deal. So hit up Bondo Bird if you want a 26 spline LPX HD clutch. Beefcake Ray says, and Glocken 7/8 with all 6 gears, 4,000 pounds on it. Exactly. So Joel Glockner has a airbagged Mustang. Guy must be loaded as fuck because he shows up with an 18-wheeler. Anyway, Finish Line did his trans, and that bitch just does what it does, and it's a 4,000-pound car and runs 780, 770. So the 6R80 is way stronger than the 10R80 by far and way more consistent. So if you want to get into late model Mustang racing and you want to get into an auto Gen 2, period. Okay, Tyler Olson. Speaking of 10R80s, who's the best builder for those now? Also, who the hell is investing in the GT500 DCT? Even Datsun hasn't figured it out yet, but Datsun's a big name for GTR and Porsche trans. Ben Calamer right now seems to be the guy that actually has a DCT. He took it apart. He goes, this is bitch's cake. And he's going to do some REM and cryo and then some building so that when the clutches or when the TCM is able to be accessed 100%, Ben Calamer will be ready to go with R&D. He already had a DCT, took it apart, do some R&D on it, so he'll be ready to go with a DCT part. So hit him up for any questions about what the deal is with the DCT, because he took one apart and knows everything about it. Will Lund be having sales for Black Friday? No. I know they don't need to, but looking at order a tune. Look for dealers. Okay, look for dealers like Beefcake and others to offer discounted things attached with the tune, but Lund Racing specifically does not advertise sales. Been a fan of the channel for a long and never say much, but great job in the channel, Mr. Yolo. Thank you, Andy Nguyen. Is it Nguyen? I don't know how to pronounce it. I apologize if I'm butchering it. I'm flabbergasted that people still don't get tuned by Lund. I think there are people out there that probably don't want to get tuned by Lund for many reasons, right? They want to be different, right? They want to be different. They want to struggle. They want to, succeed without Lund's help. And that's shooting themselves in the foot, because if your goal is to run 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, whatever it is, you have a better shot of doing that with a Lund tune than with anyone else. A lot of people have ego. A lot of people say, I have an ego. I don't care. In the ticket system, I'm as straightforward as can be. Here you go, here you go, here you go. And it's sometimes things get out of kilter because you tend to do dumb shit that doesn't need to be done, like lock a cam. Why the fuck you locking a cam on a Coyote for? I mean, under 1,000 horsepower. Why in the fuck would you do that, stupid? But they do it. So that's when we go, that's an anomaly. So that's sometimes things happen there. But generally, I don't know why people would not get tuned by Lund. I just think they have an inherent hate. They want to do it because it's really difficult to do it without lund tuning. So people say, see, I did it without lund tuning. Okay, so let me go start your car right now. Starts like shit, drives like shit, but watt is beautiful. And watt is the easiest thing to tune on any platform anywhere. Making power is easy. Mendoza's Coyote. Alex, I'm tempted to switch to Bama as I'll save money due to their free tunes for life. Thank you. I'd love a GT500, but I refuse until the development is there. There you go, Tyler Olson. There you go. God damn it. That is a very good point. I look at the GT500 right now, 2020 GT500, and I go, awesome car. In stock form, maybe a pulley and a tune, an E85. It is an awesome little car. 10.0, high nines, and live a great life. But then you got the psychopaths that want to make 1100 and be the Billy Badasses. And they don't understand that the more power you put to this trans, the more it complains. So a lot of people say, well, how was Evo able to do what they did? They put a shitload of power to the trans. Yeah, they also made it light. So guess what? The car runs really good because it's light and it makes good power. It's not full weight where you have 4,000 pounds of car and 1,200 pounds of wheel horsepower. The trans is going to hate your life. So once TCM access becomes a thing, then I might even look at them. But until then, I'm not touching them. Here we go. You should get a heads cam intake C606 for the channel. Oh, okay. Oh, let me just invest $60,000 in the fucking channel. Don't know if it would work for you, but I would watch. I mean, you know what, Jacob? I'm going to do it just for you. I'm going to get a $50,000 or $55,000 C6Z just for you, Jacob. I'm going to invest $60,000 into the channel for you. Come on, man. Thanks for looking over my log and doing my second gear trans brake tune, says Jack Wilbur. The revision, you were quick on getting them to me back. Thanks again. Look, some people think I'm full of shit. Some people don't like me because of the show, and that's okay, because good. Fuck you. But in the ticket system, I'm professional as fuck. So if you need something, I'll get you taken care of. I am not emotional. I am not going to talk about my show on the ticket system. I'm not going to reference my show on the ticket system. I'm not even going to tell you I'm me. If you say, you Alex from YouTube, I'm going to go, nope. That's another Alex. I'm not tuned by Lund, but I cannot recommend the company enough. Whenever I meet Mustang owners, I do best push many people to your channel when I'm getting asked about my swap. Thank you, Alfredo Diaz. Here's how to pronounce my name. Nguyen. I was born pre-90s. It's Nguyen. If they're born after. Wait, what the fuck? It's Nguyen if they were born pre-90s and Nguyen if they were born after. Interesting. Got it. Alex, don't forget the backdraft Cobra for me. Yeah, exactly. Hey, hey, Alex, you should get a backdraft Cobra because I'd watch your channel. Oh, okay. Great. Got it. Jesus Perez says, what's your PayPal? No, don't PayPal me because some guy did a chargeback because he sent the money to the wrong thing and it fucked up my account and now it's locked because some fucking asshole did a chargeback on some dumb shit. You can get one for like $40K. Oh, that's all. Just $40K. No big deal. $40K. You can't finance that. You know, I'm not looking to drop $40K cash on a car. Are you insane? $40K cash on a car? Oh, just go to a credit union. Fuck you. There's plenty of LS channels for that dime a dozen. Exactly. It's a very common combo. Why would you want to see me fuck with LS shit? I don't care about it. I'd rather do small block Ford shit, to be honest. Tracy Miller says, finally catching a live show. Goddamn, I feel like I've watched Tony grow up and little man is looking like a tiny boxer. He is literally the beefiest Boston I've ever owned. He's got he's thick. He got a thick chest on him. He got no dick. Balls haven't dropped yet, but he's starting to figure out that he has balls. It is kind of funny to see him remember he was like a little tiny ball. I'd hold him like right here and now he barely fits here. And I used to just be able to do the show and he would just sleep. But now he's just kind of like a total psycho. He lands fine like a cat. That's why I do that. I guess people think you're super loaded. Yeah, guys, look, this channel doesn't make, it doesn't make 100,000 a year, you know? So when you look at the overhead and then when you make 100,000 a year, guys, cut that shit 40% gone. Taxes, right? So if this channel makes 100,000 a year, I might have 60 liquid And then I have to maintain the vehicles and this and this and that. Look, it is not cheap. So this channel makes decent money, but not like $100,000 a year where I could just buy vehicles every year. No, that's crazy to me. Isaac Pro says, damn, I sent money to you on PayPal asking questions. Guess it went get answered. Yeah, look, it's locked up. I mean, it's locked up. Y'all do not send money to the PayPal because some dude did a chargeback. If it opens back up, I'll see it. I'll answer the questions when I get to it. But right now, there is going to be a delay. Jesus Perez gave me $5. Thank you. If you're on YouTube, you got to be loaded, says Rich50. Alex, what's up with Mama Lona content, cuh? I'm waiting on Jake because Jake is the guy he wants to do the turbo kit sooner than later. So it's gotten cold. I haven't gotten back. Look, I've been working non-fucking stop. So it's not like I can just, let me go out there after an 8-hour workday, after 2 YouTube channels, and then give you Mama Lona content when there's nothing new. There's really nothing new I've done to the truck. I'm not going to go out there and buy headers to give you a content that 5,000 people are going to watch. I mean, no, I'd rather wait. Jake wants to do the turbo kit. We'll do the turbo kit and we'll just go fucking 9s and then sell the fucking thing. Terry's out of here. Terry, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you, sir. Headed out. Don't forget to giveaways, gift cards, Black Friday, plus the Engage giveaway and the 2 supercharger refunds. 1 Vortec Passing, 1 Whipple, 20,000 in giveaways, guys. There you go. Visit beefcakeracing.com. Second Shift Racing says, what was racing like in the Fox Body days? Fucking awesome. In the Fox Body days, Second Shift Racing, which was, T5, trick flow. Like, if you had trick flow heads, you were baller, right? You had a trick flow headed Fox Body, poured, matched, and this and this and that, and you were baller. Then people started coming out with 306s and the S-trim Vortex, and then all of a sudden, bye-bye. Then it became a money man game. But when it comes to just regular schmo 13, 12-second Fox Bodies, dude, you would race each other for hours, all night. No beef, no bullshit. There was some beef in my town. There was this guy named Keith that was always beefing with this fucking other dude named Jason and some shitty, you dumbass motherfucker. That's what you get, stupid. They were always beefing because they worked together and they were always racing each other. They literally spent $20,000 going back and forth racing each other, and the cars weren't any quicker than like low 11-second cars. And I'm just like, I can't believe they're spending that much money. But that was an anomaly. Most of the time, we'd all go to Chicopee, we'd all go to Memorial Drive, we'd all race each other, get our ass beat, go home, and the cars were still in one piece because they made no power. No beef, no dumb shit, no one stealing shit, no draggy, no meats. Is you go on the street and you race each other. You don't sit down in a parking lot and talk about, let me see your time slip before I race you. None of that stuff. We've been talking about standalone for a while, and I think it's best thing to happen for everything pre-11. Engine swaps easier, tuning access to the pours, and 302 4650 easier than stock. Alex, when you file your taxes, you just need to let them know your couch touches the wall. Easiest loophole I use. Interesting. I should have thought of that. I own 3 semi-trucks. Each gross around $200,000 a year. People swear I'm rich. I'm like, yeah. The gross and net is totally different. Exactly. When I tell you I can make between $150,000 and $200,000 a year, that's gross. Net is half of that, like literally half of that. And then you got to like live your fucking life. Trickle heads, Hollyport batch intake, and an Anderson cam. Exactly. That was the combo. That was like, you were a baller if you were doing that back in like 1995, 1996. Berlin Turnpike for the win. Berlin Turnpike was where the big boys were at. I would hang out at Memorial Drive or Route 5 in Holyoke, but if I want to get my shit pushed in, you go to Berlin Turnpike and get fucked up by mini-tubbed Fox bodies fucking everyone up. Did you flip coins too? No coin flipping. It's an overpriced PP2 car. Trick flow versus AFR wars. Yes. Remember Canfields? It used to be Trick flow versus Edelbrock's. Then everyone saw that Edelbrock's was trash. Then they went to Canfields. Then they went to AFRs. Betting money on races changes the game for sure. That's why I don't really go out there to meets and stuff, because once they start putting money on a race, they fuck with you to try to make you lose. If the money is on the other guy, no thank you. I've got 3 couches touching the wall, various walls. Does that mean I get a triple deduction? You know what? Just because of that, I'm going to put you in timeout again. Get out of here. Oh, it's great. Remember when I had my 331, I would race my friends, 1 Nitrous GTO and 1 Corvette, every weekend for hours, sometimes until sunrise on a work night. No beef, just good fun. Those days are over. Those days are over, man. Those days where you just race your friends are fucking gone. Been on E85 full time, and my boosted Gen 2 Coyote return style fuel system. Any other maintenance recommendations besides fuel filter checks and more frequent oil changes? No, that's about it, Tom Ford. Honestly, that's about it when it comes to running E85 full time. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I got something going on. That's right. I got to get my way up to Port St. Lucie. So I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to see if I can get on a dating channel later on this week. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything today. During the week, it's difficult to catch up, especially when I'm doing a show every day. So I'm going to try to keep it to one show a week because one show a day, because 2 shows a day on the dating channel, it just fucks me up and I'm useless the next day. So I will try to be on the weekend for the dating channel, so be on the lookout for that. But tomorrow I'll be on again, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, YDBT Daily. Just join, we'll talk some shit, talk car stuff, and we'll just get after it right before the weekend hit. All right.